Hey guys, what's up? It's Hex here. I've got something new for you that I think you're going to really like. This is another Guardian farm, but this one here requires no ocean draining, and it gives you 20,000 drops per hour if you have a looting 3 sword. And if you're in automatic mode where you're just letting the guys die, the little Guardians just go down and die in the lava, in the fire, then it gets around 9 to 10,000 drops per hour. So it's very much better than the last one I did. I am in snapshot 18W11A, so this is a 1.13 snapshot. However, this farm will work with any version of Minecraft that includes ocean monuments, guardians, and fence gates that open up, as far as I know. So this should be a universal farm that would work in any version of Minecraft that includes the guardians and the ocean monuments. Well, the way that this particular farm works is relatively obvious, I would say, from just looking at this. Basically, what I've got is a ton of open fence gates. Well, most of them are open. And the guardians, basically, their AI just tells them to float to the bottom until you hit something, unless there's like a player in the way, or say a squid or something. And then they swim around and they shoot stuff. But for the most part, their AI just sort of has them float down. And so as you can see, that is exactly what they're doing. They're floating down. And so when they float down, they get to this area of the fence gates, and then they sort of just fall. Let me drink some water. Some potion of night vision. There we go. And then down here, you can see that we've set up some water streams that just take them into a center area. And right here we have some signs, and they just kind of continue to float to the bottom. And they float right into the lava. And then there's some lava in here. There's one layer of lava separated by a gap. And then there's 1, 2, 3 layers of lava separated by a gap, and another layer of lava. And then they fall down here onto these enchantment tables where they die. And that's the entire farm. Down here at the bottom, you can see the little guys are falling down. There's another way to activate this farm by pressing this little button right here. It puts out a couple water streams. The water streams then push all of the guardians to this point right here, where I've set up a little bit of a trickery here. This is not my invention whatsoever. This is, I don't know who invented this, but pretty much every guardian farm that involves killing them with a sword comes standard with one of these, a little killing station. So basically, it's 2 blocks of redstone, 2 iron trapdoors that are tipped up, and then you've got 2 different types of fence gate here, and then a piece of whatever that is, and then a daylight sensor. And what that allows you to do is get right in the right position and just hack away at these guys without getting basically, you know, pushed back by their thorns enchantment. Now, when you are using this farm, it's important that you have a beacon that has regeneration 2 on it. So you're going to want a beacon set up, and also that you're using a looting sword. Otherwise, you might as well just have it in normal mode if all you care about is the drops. But if you want the XP, then it'll do that. By the way, the XP on this thing gives you... I was able to go from level 0 to level 30 in under 2 minutes. That's pretty good. I know there's a few farms out there that are faster than that, but that's darn fast. Okay, guys, so the first thing that you want to do is locate yourself an ocean monument, which you see I have accomplished. Here's one right in front of us. The second thing that you're going to want to do is, very much like my other tutorial on ocean monuments, you're going to want to level off the entire bottom of this thing. So that is actually one of the harder parts of this, and it's one of the harder parts because, not because it's hard to like dig out sand and gravel and stuff, that is kind of annoying, but the hard part about it is the fact that these little goobers right here, these little guardians, they are down here and they will shoot at you and you will die. So what you want to do is you want to create some places where you can run and hide as you dig this thing out. So if you start getting attacked, you can run and hide. I highly also recommend, hold on a minute, sorry about that. I highly also recommend that you set up a beacon somewhere with haste 2 and a second beacon with regeneration and resistance. Yeah, because if you don't do that, then it's just more difficult. I actually built mine with 1 beacon in the world of Hex. I'll put a card to that video of me doing this actually in survival mode. But yeah, it's a little bit difficult and a little bit frustrating. I died a bunch of times doing it. But if you set it up so that you have some places to hide, and you have that regeneration and resistance beacon and a haste 2 beacon, this should be a piece of cake for you. So what I did in the world of Hex is I created these little places to hide, and so then basically I just took one of these pillars, right, and just dug it out on the inside, just to have a little hidey hole for me to crawl into when the Guardian started to be irritating. So I would just, you know, carve this out in here like this, and then put a couple of, you can do the water like this. I highly recommend that you make it so that it's easy to get into. You do not want to be sort of like floating up in this, especially like in 1.13, like the swimming dynamics are a little bit better, but in 1.12 it was really hard. Like if I had, like, say my opening like this, and I was, you know, running along away from a Guardian, to then, as I'm, thank you for swimming, good. As I'm sort of floating up here, like it would take like a while to float up in the water, and then the Guardians would be shooting at me, and then I wouldn't be able to fit through the door, and then I died a few times. That's how I died. So what you want to do is you want to put some slabs or put something in front. Thank you for swimming again. Appreciate that. Oh, that's super nice. You want to put some slabs in front of this, like this, so that you can just walk right in here. Also, highly recommended Depth Strider. If you have Depth Strider, then you can just run to your hidey holes and go for it. So about as many hidey holes as you need. You know, you could build one in every single column, but I did mine in survival mode basically with one on every side of the monument. So like I'd have one there, one here, one over there, and one over there. Now this monument's a little different than the one that I had in my world. There's a little bit less space between this and the ground, which is actually good. So a perfect monument would have like no space between the bottom of the monument and the actual surface of the ground here. There'd be zero space there, or just like a couple of blocks of space. Also, a perfect monument would have no land around it, which this one's pretty good on that, for things to spawn on in the night. And then also it would have no caves underneath it. That would be a perfect monument. So if you can find that in your world, then all the better. But yeah, so those are just a few tips. I'm going to go ahead and dig out the bottom of this thing, and then I'll show you the next step. It's all dug out, and the next thing that we need to do is place fence gates underneath here. Now, this water, the sand right here, if I was in survival mode, I'd probably replace this sand and all this gravel with stone. And the reason for that is because then when you dig it out underneath, the sand isn't going to like fall on top of you and cause issues. But it shouldn't really be that big a deal, to be honest, if you want to leave it in there. But and when I built this in survival, I took out all the sand and all the gravel and any other gravity type blocks that would be underneath here. Also, if you were in survival mode, I would definitely leave your pillars in, the ones that you were hiding in, so that you could, you know, run out, place some fence gates, open them up, and come back. Next thing you're going to do is you're going to take some fence gates. It doesn't matter what kind of fence gate you use. Any type of fence gate is fine, so whatever you have a lot of wood of. It's going to take a lot of fence gates, because if you think about it, this is a 57 by 57 or 58 by 58 square, I think. It's either 57 or 58, I can't remember. I think it's 58 because it's even. Anyways, yeah, so that's 58 times 58 fence gates. So I think for me it was 2 shulker boxes plus like 9 stacks or something like that. So it's a lot. So if you don't have a decent tree farm, now would be a good time to build one to prepare for this thing. But it's a lot of fence gates, but I think it's easier than collecting all the sand necessary to drain the entire ocean. So you can be the judge of that, though. Okay, then all you're going to do is you're just going to come along like this and place fence gates. The way that I like to do it was kind of do a section about maybe 10 or 15 long, and then open up all of those, and then go to the next section. The reason for that is because of the way that these guardians spawn, or the way all spawning works, is that like 16 blocks away from you, nothing can spawn. So basically you have kind of this safe radius around yourself. So if you walk like too far, you kind of walk into where the mobs have spawned already. So you tend to run into more of them if you do it in long strips rather than little sections. But that's just my recommendation. All you really have to do is put a fence gate on every single one of these blocks underneath the monument. And yeah, so I'm going to get to that and I'll show you the next step. Okay, so once you've got that done, the next thing is to go ahead and come over here, and in each corner you're going to put a block of some sort that is really obvious, like when you're digging underneath the ground, like something you wouldn't find. I just put some redstone blocks under there because that's what I had in my inventory. But just any block that like you wouldn't normally find in this area, just to kind of let you know where to stop as far as your digging. So then what you're going to do is you're going to find a place to dig and dig down. You're going to dig down 3 blocks underneath this. So including the, well, let me just show you. So so basically we've got 1 underneath the top, and then 2 and 3 right there. Okay, so basically, yeah, I'm right here. So that would be where the level on which I put my, yeah, the fence gates, and then down here. Okay. There we go. All right, so then you're just going to dig this out all the way across, all the way underneath the monument, in between the corners here, 2 blocks tall. Now, this is why you might want to take the gravel out, make sure that all of it is gone from underneath and all this sand. I didn't do that just because I'm in creative mode, but if you're in survival mode, like, this is going to be a serious pain in the, you know what, to have all of these blocks like falling on you as you're doing this. The next thing you want to do is you're going to want to come over to the wall in the corner right here, and you're going to want to count 7. 1, 2, so this counts as 1, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then the next one you're going to break. Okay, and then you're going to go 1 that way and 1 that way, and then double check it to make sure that this is 7 to the wall. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so then each tier going down is going to be 7 blocks in width. So you're going to basically do that same thing on all the sides. Okay, so then you're going to dig all of this out all the way over to here, where you're going to do this again, and in each corner you're going to make sure that you're 7 away from the corner diagonally. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and break the next one. That, break that one and that one, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, and so on and so forth. And then you're going to take all of this down 1 block. All right, now that we've got that done, the next thing we're going to do the exact same thing again. So we're going to count 7 from the corner. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Break the 8th block like that, and make sure this is 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Perfect. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Perfect. And we're going to cut out the next layers. Okay, that level is done. Guess what we're going to do next? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay, now we're going to dig all of this out. Okay. Now we're at the very center level here. So what you're going to do is you're going to go over to your corner and you count 7 again. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And you're actually going to break the 7th one and the 8th one this time. And then hopefully if we count from the other corner, we'll land in the same place. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Break that one. 8. Break that one. And yep, that's it. So those 4 like that in the middle. So that's how you find the middle, basically. And then you can just cut this rectangle out. You just come over here like that. Okay, and then come here. And you're just going to cut this rectangle out. And this is going to be your drop hole for the little goobers, for the guardians. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. This doesn't look 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, I knew it. I did something wrong. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, this is the problem. Right here. I dug it out too big. Okay, sweet. So this is going to be the drop hole for our little guardians. So then the next thing you're going to want to do is take out some signs. And there's my signs. Okay. You're going to need quite a few signs for this. You're going to need 16 for each one of these layers. So the way I configured the signs was I put them all across here. And then I put them on the other side. And like this. That. And then I put 2 here. That. And then 2 here like this. And then I put 2 in the middle like this. So you basically right click on the sign. Sorry, you hit you shift click on the sign. Shift click and shift click. Okay, cool. And then the way I did this in survival is signs are in stacks of 16. You need exactly 16 signs per layer. So that way you can make sure that like you put all the signs in. So because if you're like Hex and you can't count, or you might forget a sign, then that way lava or water won't like come down on top of you and ruin everything. Okay, so next you're going to dig this down one. Uh-oh, what'd I do? Huh, just ran out, I guess. Okay, so next you're going to dig this down 1 and 2 more layers like that. And then what you're going to do here is you're going to go ahead and place in, let's see, should we go down one more level? Yeah, let's go down one more level. So it's 3 levels. So 1, 2, 3 below the signs like this. And man, this is frustrating. Okay, so 1, 2, and actually 3 levels down below there, and then you're going to put the signs on here again, just like I did up top here. So again, 4 across here, 4 across this side, 2 on either side, and then these 4 in the middle. There's our sign placement, and then we're going to dig down again. So we're going to dig down 2 more. Okay, so I'm down 2 levels. And then what you're going to do is you're going to want to take your bucket of lava, or your many buckets of lava. Really you only need like 2 or 3 per level here, but I think I did in survival mode, like 1 in each corner. So maybe 4 per level here. So 1 there. Oh boy. Got some lag going on. And every time it moves a block, like it's lagging on me. Okay. 1 there. And man, this 1.13. Okay, 1 there. I should have done this in 1.12, and 1 there. Okay, so we got all 4 corners, and now you can kind of know what I mean by, okay, you want to put and make sure that you got all 16 signs in before you put the lava, because otherwise you're going to be swimming in some lava. Then you're going to go down so that there is a space of 1, but then you're going to go down basically 3 from here. So 1, 2, 3 down. I don't know the exact count here. Let me figure this out. Okay, we got it all figured out. So we are 5 blocks below this side. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then we're going to put another row of our lovely signs. Okay, there's our signs. Now on this one here, we're going to put put the lava like basically 3 blocks up. So we want to have basically 3 blocks of lava. Okay. So I'm going to dig down 2 so I can stand, and then we're going to put the lava in. So the pattern is 1 row of lava, a gap, 3 rows of lava, a gap, and 1 row of lava. And then you take that all the way down to bedrock, and then that's where you're going to build the rest of your killing chamber. So in case you're wanting a little hurry up on this, that's what happens. But I'm going to put 1 there, and 1 in that corner. And the lag on this game, I'm telling you. And 1 right there, and then do your best to get it right in here. If you're a little bit off, it's not the end of the world. Okay, there we go. So that's that. Hopefully we'll have all that lava filled in, and then the next thing we're going to do is we're going to put go down 1 more level and put our signs on this level that I'm currently standing on. There we go. So we're 1, 2 below, and I'm going to go ahead and put these in. I feel like I'm far enough away from, I think it's those fence gates that are doing it. Either the fence gates or the guardians themselves that are causing the little bit of a lag issue on this particular. Ooh, don't want to do that. Whoopsie. Okay. So we got that level, and then we're going to dig this down now. 2 more blocks so we can stand and put the last lava layer in, and then we're going to dig this all the way down to bedrock. Okay, we're 2 down. We're going to put our lava in. So there, 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 and 1 right there. Okay, and then you just, like I said, like 5 times now, then you're going to just take this all the way down to bedrock. Oh, I'm so glad that I think it might be the fence gates actually that are causing kind of a laggy situation. It's not doing it on 1.12. I was able to build this without any lag on 1.12, so it might be a 1.13 thing with fence gates. I don't know. Anywho, here we go. All right, so we found bedrock here, and then what I'm starting to do is kind of dig out a little bit of a hole for our killing area here. So I'm just going to remove like all of this material down here to kind of show you where this is going to go. And so what we're going to do next is we're going to take out some hoppers, and you're going to need at least 16 hoppers to get this thing to work. So then my recommendation would be to build this figure out where you want to build like a storage system. It is going to take a pretty large storage system if you want to catch all the drops, because this thing does put out quite a bit. So you could go like regular chests or shulker boxes or some other sort of storage system. I'm just going to go straight into a chest here just to kind of show you like the output of this thing. So I'm just going to get a chest here. Might need those signs. I don't need the lava anymore. There we go. Okay, so then I'm just going to put my chest like, say, right here. Okay, and then what you can do is you can run your hoppers into that chest. So I'm just going to go like this, and then place some hoppers. That, okay, and then we want all of these hoppers to basically go into those. And so if you don't know how to do this, I'm just shift clicking and pointing the hopper into the other hopper, so you can see that this one's going all the way there, and then all of these go across, and then this row is going this way, so everything goes into this chest right here. Okay, cool. The next thing you're gonna want to get out is you're gonna want to get out some enchantment tables. Now, there may be a way to do this with less enchantment tables that I'm going to use, but in the design, I have it to use 16 enchantment tables. Next up, what you're going to do is you're going to take and you're going to put some redstone down. So I'm going to take out some redstone repeaters. Let's see, we can replace that now. And some regular redstone, and I have a block to use. So then what you want to do is you want to somehow wire up a button. And I put my button right there to get, actually, sorry, right here to get this to work. So I'm like one block over and one block up. And then that's where I'm going to place a button. Any button should do. Like that. Okay, and then you can take redstone like this and run it underneath here. Like this. And then we're going to take out this block and not that one. That's okay, we're just going to take out the whole row. And then, yeah, like this. Okay, so then right here we're going to place a block there and a block there. And then this is kind of a little bit the fancy way to do this. You don't have to use the torches. But then I'm going to put a torch there, redstone repeater there, and a bit of redstone dust here. So basically what's going to happen is when I press this button, this redstone is all going to fire. And you heard the droppers, or the dispensers click, hopefully. So press the button, those two things will click, okay? And the reason that you want to do that is because we're going to have some water being dispensed out of these. So then when it is not in auto mode, when it's in regular mode, when you're going to stand here with your sword and hit them to get their XP, then what you're going to do is you want them all towards the front. So then that water is basically going to push them into the front here, which is going to be nice for you. Okay, next up, what you're going to do is you're going to go and you're going to take out a redstone block, and you're going to put a redstone block right there, okay, and another one on the other side. Like that. You could also put them above, like right here and here. That would also work. But I kind of like them on the side. Then what you're going to do is you're going to take and put a an iron trapdoor next to that block. So like that basically, but facing the right direction. So I got to go like this and tower up like that. Okay. So we got 2 iron pressure plates. I'm going to put this back right here. And then in the world of Hex, what I did is I just put 2 full blocks right there and then a full block right there. So that way then when you climb in here, you're just going to sink on down and you're just going to be right in the right place to kill yourself some guardians right here. See how that works? And then because you're in this cobweb, the guardians won't push you around. Okay, the last thing that you want to do is put a solid block there and there. And then what you're going to do is you're going to come in here and take out some fences. Now you're going to take out 1 wood fence. So any wood fence. I'm going to go with the dark oak fence here. And you're also going to take out a nether brick fence, because currently those are the 2 that will not link up. All the wood ones link up now. So you want 2 that don't link up, and that will keep you positioned in the middle between the daylight sensor and your cobweb. Now, again, if you don't have this cobweb or you don't like to wait for it to sink down, you can totally put another daylight sensor right there, and then you don't have this cold cobweb thing going on. It's kind of a little bit irritating, to be perfectly honest with you, so that when you're trying to get out of here, it's a little bit difficult. Actually, I think that the best thing to do right here is to put something a little bit lower, like a half slab, so that way it's easier to get out of. So where's my half slab? There it is. Yeah, like this. So half slabs there, and then your full blocks here like this. There we go. Okay, cool. And actually your floor level in this room should be here. Okay, so this right here would be like the floor of this. So of course I'm going to want to dig this up a little bit to be able to access this. The reason that your floor level is going to be there is so that it hides your redstone. You don't have to do that, but that's what I did in the World of Hex. So if you want to know like exactly how to build it from that, then this is how. And then right here, I think I put a couple of stairs, or at least I'm going to put a couple of stairs eventually. Okay, so it would look like this. So that what you can do is you can come down here, walk into your deal, and sink down and kill guardians. Okay, and then all of their drops should go into those droppers. Okay, the very last thing that you want to do, and the reason I say do this last is because water is irritating, is to go ahead and put a water bucket in each of your dispensers. All right, so don't forget to do that part. Got one right here, and one right here. Very nice. And then we'll give this a test, and then hopefully the killing area is done. Oh, by the way, you can break this out. And what I did on the World of Hex is I actually put glass right here. The guardians can't shoot you through the glass, so it's nice to be able to see them. So I put some glass right here. You can use whatever block you want, though. Doesn't have to be glass. I definitely would recommend anything that they can't shoot through. So, like, I wouldn't put, you know, like half slabs or something that they could potentially see you through. The glass right here. So mobs, for whatever reason, they don't track you through through glass at this point. So there we go. Okay, so then when you press this button, the water stream should dispense like that, and then this is how you'd go into regular mode. So this would be like XP mode, and this would be like auto mode right here, like that. Okay, very cool. So once you get this all done, you're finally ready to go ahead and come up here, put in your water streams, and open up the top of this thing. So in survival mode, of course, you'd want to have another tunnel to get up there because you wouldn't want to be flying through lava. But what we're going to do is we're going to come into the corner of each one of these, into each corner of this room here where we're up top. So, like, again, this is like where our fence gates are. We're at one block under our fence gates. There's our fence gates. And so we're in the corner. And then you're going to take out whatever block, and you're going to make this configuration right here, like that, okay? And then what you're going to do is come into your inventory, and you're going to place some water. So this actually only, it seems like it's going to take like 1 million water buckets, but it only takes 2. Because all you do is you put one there, and then you put one here, and that makes a water source in the middle, and then you just kind of keep going along. You pick up the water source, you dump it, you pick up a water source, dump it, pick up a water source, dump it, and so on and so forth all the way around. Make sure that in each corner you put this configuration before you place water near the corner, because otherwise the whole darn top of this thing is going to fill in with water source blocks, and you're going to be totally screwed. So it's very important that you put these in the corner. In fact, let's just go ahead and do that now. Put all of these in the corners. That, this corner, and this corner. All right, cool. So then now you can freely place your water sources in like this all the way around. All right, so that is the end of our tutorial. Well, guys, this has been Hex. I hope that you have enjoyed this little tutorial. If you really did like it, then go ahead and leave a like. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. But for now, this has been Hex, and I hope you have a wonderful day, and God bless.